saddle-billed stork. They can grow to be about 5 feet tall and have about a 9-foot wingspan. Instead of vocalizing, they'll rattle their bills to communicate. And that lighter tan animal is a greater kudu. They're the second tallest antelope, standing about 55 inches tall. Only male greater kudu have horns, so those are females. There's a rhino way back there on the left. You can see moving around for us. That's a black rhino. They weigh about 3,000 pounds. There are less than 5,000 black rhinos left in the world. They get poached for their horns. Some people think there's magical quality to their horns. It's actually made of the same thing that makes up your hair and fingernails. But no reason to be poached at all. Actually, sounds like there's some animals in the road up ahead, so we'll hang out for a second. I think they're coming this way. And there's some bongos that are running up this way. I'm not sure if we'll get a glimpse at them. Oh, here come the greater kudu. I think there's still some bongos up here, so we'll get a good look. Alright, here we go. These are bongos that were crossing the road up there. They're often known as the ghosts of the forest. You very rarely see them. Both male and female bongos have horns that helps them move through the underbrush a little bit faster. The male's horns are slightly thicker around. They're also about 32 to 36 inches long. If you look up here on the right, I thought I saw a male just a second ago. You can see the difference in their horns. He's the second from the last. At least I think so. Alright, well let's head over to the Safi River. See if we can find some hippos. Might be a little bit tricky to find these hippos. They spend most of their day underwater to keep themselves cool. They can hold their breath for about 8 minutes at a time. Keep a lookout for those eyes and ears above the water. It's going to be the easiest way to find them. Well, looks like there are a couple of them next to those logs in the water. They'll be coming up on our right. They are one of the most dangerous animals, but they are herbivores. They don't eat meat. They're just extremely territorial. There's a couple more hippos on our left as well. A large group of hippos is called a bloat. It's a bloat of hippos. They'll walk or run on the bottom of the water. They can swim, they're just more often seen walking or running. You also see those grayish white birds. Those are pink-backed pelicans. During the mating season, they'll get a pinkish color to their feathers. Their wingspan is 7 to 9 feet. Hippos out of the water down there. Just catch a glimpse of them. Let's take a look over this bridge, see if we can find some Nile crocodiles. Well, looks like we're in luck over on the left. You can see them down there. They can grow to be about 16 to 20 feet long. They can also weigh about 500 pounds. Sometimes you can see them with their mouths open. This is actually to help cool them down. That's how they release the hot air from their body. Alright, well let's head over to the savannah. You're going to see see a little bit of a difference in the vegetation. It's going to be a lot more open, a lot less trees. Animals over here rely on their speed and agility to evade their predators, so it might be a little bit easier to find them. Speaking of vegetation, coming up on the right you'll see a baobab tree. It's also known as an upside down tree. It gets that name because the branches kind of look like roots coming out of the ground. To conserve water, it'll spend about 9 months out of the year leafless. It stores all of the excess water inside of its trunk. During the dry season, some of the animals, like the elephants, will stick their tusks into the base of the trunk to get the water out. That's how it goes by another name, the tree of life. Animals up here on the left, or the right, sorry. That light tan animal in the middle of the clearing, that is a Patterson eland. Elands are the largest antelope. A fully grown male can stand about 6 feet tall at the shoulders. They can also jump 6 to 8 feet high from a standing position. A couple of African wild dogs on our left and right inside that cave. Also known as painted dogs because of the splotchy pattern on their coat. Each dog has a unique pattern to those spots. It's how they tell each other apart. They have a really great track record when it comes to hunting. They can pursue their prey until it drops in exhaustion. They don't really bark, they kind of make a squeaking noise. It's pretty interesting. A little bit further back there on the left are a couple of sable antelope. A male's coat will darken as they age. And while there's a male leader, the female leader makes most of the decisions. A couple more eland up here. Both the males and females have horns, so you can kind of see the size difference between this male up here. Great, look at this guy. Now, if you listen closely, you can hear this kind of clicking noise when he walks. It's how they attract females. And we're also passing these reddish-brown mounds. These are termite mounds. They're mostly made up of dirt, saliva, and dung. When they'll bake in the sun, they can be as hard as concrete. Some of the bigger animals rub against them. They'll wear them down enough so that the smaller animals can use them as a perch. They'll look into that tall grass and see if there are any predators after them. A couple of giraffes right around the corner. We'll get about to look a little bit further along. There's also a herd of wildebeest. Wildebeest will lay down facing out. That way they have a look in every direction, make sure there are no predators after them. And they'll make a couple of migrations a year, sometimes forming groups of about 1.5 million to migrate. The smaller animals are springbok. Springbok can jump about 6 feet in the air. They can also leap about 13 feet. Usually cooks are only 3 feet tall. And right up on top of that hill are a couple of Ankole cattle. Their horns look like they could be really heavy. They're not completely solid though. They have a honeycomb-like structure inside. They also have blood vessels flowing through, so it keeps them a little bit cooler during the day. Little baby giraffes over here. A large group of giraffes is called a tower. It's a tower of giraffes. These are Maasai giraffes. You can tell by looking at their spots. There's kind of a jagged edge to their spots, not quite smooth. A fully grown giraffe is about 20 feet tall. When they're first born, they're about 6 feet tall, making them the tallest animal. And they only have 7 neck bones. They're just a lot larger than normal neck bones. Their tongue is 18 inches long. Just like the okapi, it is a prehensile tongue. They can run up to 30 miles an hour over a short distance. Over a longer distance, they can run about 10 miles an hour. They only rest for 30 minutes a day. Usually rest standing up or kneeling down. Very rarely go all the way down to the ground. It makes them too vulnerable to predators. Let's head on over to Monkey Point to see what else you can find. Mangel over on our left, sitting on top of that rock behind the trees. They're normally shy animals, so we don't really get to see them that often. They have really long canine teeth, but when they bear them at another Mangel, it's a friendly gesture. Some red clay bits over here. It's a great way to tell if there are any elephants in the area. You can kind of see the tusk marks in the sides of the clay. Elephants come down here, scrape out the clay with their tusks, then they'll eat it to supplement their diet. It has a lot of important minerals that they need. There are a couple of elephants on our left, and unfortunately we can't stop for them back here. We'll try to find some around the corner. Now they have a prehensile nose, so they can grab their food with their nose. And they're led by the oldest and usually largest female of the herd, called the matriarch. She knows where all of the watering holes are, all the places to get food, what places to avoid due to predators. And then she'll pass all of that knowledge on to the next matriarch. And sometimes you can see them flapping their ears back and forth. They have blood vessels on the back of their ears. When they start flapping them to get the air circulating, it'll cool them down a little bit faster. They have really sensitive skins. During the day, they'll throw dirt and mud on top of their backs. This will help keep them from getting sunburned. Now, there's a pretty cool story about elephants. They're getting into farmers' crops and they're trampling their crops. The researchers found out the elephants will avoid bees. Now, farmers are set up beehives around their farms. This is a safe way to keep the elephants away from their crops. This will also keep them a safe distance from human population. Of course, those farmers can sell the honey for a little bit of extra money. That's a win-win for everyone. Found some greater flamingos up ahead. A group of flamingos is called a flamboyance. So it's a flamboyance of flamingos. Greater flamingos are the largest of their species. They're also the least pink. They get that pink coloration from the brine shrimp that they eat. I'm not seeing any animals quite yet. You can kind of see signs of rhinos in the area. In the middle of the clearing to the left, you'll see that mud pit. Rhinos roll around in mud to keep themselves a little bit cooler during the day. And we'll keep an eye out for some rhinos. Oh, there's one back there on the right. Looks like a white rhino. They weigh about 4,000 to 5,000 pounds. Let's see if we can get a better look a little bit further along. Looks like there's a cheetah back here on the left, right behind this pile of logs. So let's see if we can get a better look around the corner. Cheetahs are the fastest land animal. They can run about 60 to 70 miles an hour. Yeah, there he is. Cleaning himself. They are more of a sprinter than a long distance, so they can run really fast. They just can't keep up that speed for very long. If you've ever seen a picture of a cheetah close up, you'll see there's 2 black stripes in the side of their nose. This helps get the sunlight out of their eyes. Let's take a look around this copy, see if we can find some lions. Lions will rest for about 16 to 20 hours a day. They save all of their energy for when they go hunting. They could be resting right now. We'll still keep a lookout for them though. We might have some luck.
Yeah, it's on top.
A couple of bontebok coming up on our right. They were once poached nearly to extinction due to the purplish color to their coats. The only place that you can find them are in reserves like this. But due to conservation efforts, their numbers are steadily growing. Ooh, a couple more rhinos back there on the right. Both black and white rhinos are gray. The way you tell the difference is by looking at their mouth. White rhinos have a wider mouth, and black rhinos have more of a pointed mouth. They can run about 35 miles an hour, so when they're in large groups, they're called a crash. That's a crash of rhinos. I thought I saw a lion up here. Yeah, right behind that tall grass, you can just catch a really quick glimpse of her.
It's right by that grass right there. See that here?
Straight up right behind. They're one of the only big cats that'll form prides and hunt cooperatively. The females will do the majority of the hunting. Males will kind of hang back and watch over their pride. Even though females do the majority of the hunting, males eat first. Then the females eat after them. Another great look at these rhinos, I bet. A couple of ostrich eggs in the grass as well. They weigh about 3 pounds each. They're incredibly sturdy. You could stand on one, they wouldn't even crack. Head into Magadi Glen, see what else you can find. The scimitar horned oryx back there on the right. You can just see them behind those trees back there. You can normally find the oryx in the desert. Their hooves are flat on the bottom so they can walk on top of the sand. They can go about 9 months out of the year without drinking water. They'll heat their body temperature to 115 degrees Fahrenheit before they start sweating. That's kind of how they retain some of that water. They also get a lot of water and need it from plants that they eat. Well, it does look like we're coming to the end of our journey here on the reserve. We did get to see a lot of cool animals out there. Did anyone see one of their favorites? Which ones? The rhinos, they're pretty cool. The lions, yeah, the lions are my favorite too. Herd elephants, very cool. One of the biggest problems facing these animals is habitat loss. It's a really easy way for you to help out. You can actually donate to the Disney Conservation Fund. It's go to any of the merchandise locations in Animal Kingdom. It could be as easy as rounding up to the next dollar. And 100% of the proceeds goes towards protecting animals like